1. Sixers Summer League Recap, Rising Depth, Edwards' Struggles and VJ Edgecombe's Debut. 2. 76ers Dominate Mavs in Summer League Win, Key Performances and Insights. 3. Mark Armstrong's 23-point night, Sixers Summer League Player Grades and Highlights. 1. Sixers Summer League Recap, Rising Depth, Edwards' Struggles and VJ Edgecombe's Debut. Are you curious about how the Philadelphia 76ers young talents fared in the Summer League? This recap delves into the standout performances, the challenges faced, and what lies ahead for these promising players. For better or worse, Summer League is drawing to a close, and the Sixers rookies and second-year players will soon return to their training routines. With training camp looming in September, the focus shifts to evaluating these players' potential contributions to the team. The Sixers have one final game left, and it remains uncertain whether their key players will participate. While it's likely that some end-of-roster invites will get a chance to showcase their skills, the current data gives us a good indication of how several players performed. Let's explore who stood out, who struggled, and what surprises emerged during this summer competition. Despite Summer League not always being the best venue for definitive assessments, certain players made significant impressions. Among them are Adem, Bona and Johni Broome, who provided valuable depth behind Joel Embiid. With Embiid's future uncertain due to a toe injury affecting Andre Drummond, the Sixers need reliable backups. Bona and Broome each demonstrated their abilities in their respective roles. Bona averaged 8.6 points, 6.0 rebounds, 1.0 steals, and 2.6 blocks per game, shooting 57.6% from the field. His defensive prowess was notable, with strong shot contests and blocks. Meanwhile, Broome contributed 11.6 points, 7.4 rebounds, 1.3 steals, and 0.9 blocks across 7 games. Although he's not known for his shooting, Broome hit 38.9% of his three-pointers, showing versatility as a perimeter player. Both players face challenges moving forward. Bona must reduce his foul rate and maintain composure at NBA speed, while Broome's defensive consistency remains a concern. However, their performances indicate that they could provide solid support for Embiid. Justin Edwards, signed to a multi-year deal, had mixed results. Averaging 12.7 points, 3.1 rebounds, and 1.7 assists, Edwards struggled with turnovers and efficiency. However, his shooting improved, hitting 40.5% of his threes. Edwards' role in Philadelphia will involve taking open shots, a task he's capable of handling. The Sixers also evaluated their two-way contracts, Hunter Sallis, Jabari Walker, and Dominick Barlow. Barlow, who joined late, averaged 13.5 points, 6.0 rebounds, 1.5 assists, and 1.5 steals in 2 games, demonstrating his potential. Sallis, hampered by injury, struggled to make a consistent impact, averaging 6.0 points, 3.0 rebounds, 1.7 assists, 1.2 steals, and 0.7 blocks. His shooting percentages were particularly low, raising questions about his fit on the team. Finally, VJ Edgecombe, the 3rd overall pick, shone in limited action. Despite a thumb sprain, he put up impressive statistics in his Utah debut, scoring 28 points, grabbing 10 rebounds, dishing out 4 assists, and recording 3 steals. Edgecombe's rebounding ability and playmaking skills suggest he can adapt to smaller, guard-centric lineups. However, he needs to improve his shooting efficiency, particularly from beyond the arc. In conclusion, the Sixers Summer League provided valuable insights into the development of their young players. While some faced challenges, others demonstrated potential to contribute at the NBA level. As training camp approaches, these evaluations will guide the team's decisions and strategies. 2. 76ers Dominate Mavs in Summer League Win, Key Performances and Insights. Imagine the thrill of watching your favorite team start to gel just when you think they've hit their stride, especially in a setting as competitive as the NBA Summer League. The Philadelphia 76ers have done just that, securing their first winning streak of the 2025 Summer League campaign. But here's where it gets interesting. They pulled off a 90-82 victory against the Dallas Mavericks, bringing their record to a respectable 2-2 in Las Vegas. This win wasn't just a fluke, It showcased a blend of promising performances and solid veteran contributions. Johni Broome, the 22-year-old rookie, led the charge with a stellar double-double of 22 points and 14 rebounds. His shooting prowess was evident right from the start, hitting 2 3-pointers within the first 4 minutes. Although he cooled off later, finishing 4 for 11 from beyond the arc, his willingness to take shots and make smart decisions was commendable. Considering Broome only began shooting threes during his junior year at Auburn, where he managed a modest 27.8% success rate, his current performance in Las Vegas, at 45.5%, is genuinely encouraging. Mark Armstrong, another key player off the bench, delivered a standout performance. In the first quarter alone, he nailed 3 3-pointers and amassed 13 points. Armstrong's confident offensive play as the backup point guard was impressive, even if one strong night won't drastically alter perceptions of his shooting abilities, which stood at 28.2% last season. This kind of performance, however, is crucial as he aims to establish himself professionally. Veterans played a pivotal role in sealing the deal. Hunter Sallis, who started at shooting guard, demonstrated his experience with a powerful dunk early in the third quarter. Armstrong, despite standing just 6 feet 2 inches, showed surprising athleticism, hammering down 2 slams later in the game. Judah Mintz, the starting point guard, continued his mature play, contributing 14 points and 4 assists. With 16 assists and just 4 turnovers in Las Vegas so far, Mintz has indeed played like a seasoned pro. Keeve Aluma, who brings significant professional experience at 26, also excelled, scoring in double figures for the second consecutive game. He added 17 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists, with 12 of his points coming in the decisive fourth quarter. Aluma's consistent presence and skill have been valuable assets for the Sixers in the Summer League, shining through in both of the past 2 seasons. The Sixers' 5th and final game in Las Vegas is set for Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time against the Brooklyn Nets. As we look forward to this matchup, it's fascinating to see how these performances translate into the regular season. Will Broome continue to develop his 3-point shot? Can Armstrong's confidence translate into improved shooting consistency? How will the veteran's experience influence the younger player's growth? These questions, among others, make the remaining games in the Summer League particularly exciting. And this is the part most people miss. The Summer League isn't just about winning games, it's about player development. Every shot taken, every rebound grabbed, and every assist made contributes to the player's overall growth and prepares them for the challenges ahead. So, as the Sixers gear up for their final game, let's keep our eyes peeled for more promising signs and solid performances. What do you think? Which player's progress do you find most encouraging, and why? 3. Mark Armstrong's 23-point night. Sixers Summer League player grades and highlights. Mark Armstrong shines bright in victory. Plus, Sixers Summer League report card. If you manage to sit through this one with that starting lineup, consider yourself an absolute trooper. The Sixers wrapped up their Summer League journey with an 87-83 triumph over the Brooklyn Nets. Mark Armstrong was the star of the show, racking up 23 points and 7 rebounds, shooting 7 of 16 from the field. Judah Mintz wasn't far behind, finishing with 20 points on 5 of 13 shooting, along with 4 assists. VJ Edgecombe, Justin Edwards, and Adem Bona were once again absent, and Johni Broome also sat this one out. As is tradition for the final Summer League recap, we'll be dishing out player grades for some key members of the roster. VJ Edgecombe. Ironically, if he had only played in that one game, he might have walked away with a perfect grade. Edgecombe's 28-point debut in Salt Lake City was everything Sixers fans could have hoped for. His ability to create advantages due to his athleticism was on full display, and he looked more than confident seeking out his spots to get off his jump shot. He shouldn't be penalized too much for his lone appearance in Vegas. His 15-point performance on 4 of 14 shooting is the kind of bad game you want to see a prospect fight through in Summer League. He couldn't buy a bucket early on, but he didn't shy away from his process. He continued to attack with confidence and turned things around in the second half. Once he got going in Utah, the offense started to run through him exclusively. He tried to initiate a fair bit in the second game as well. He finished with 8 assists over those 2 games. It will be interesting to see how much of that he does with the real roster when he gets the chance. He doesn't profile as a traditional point guard at all, but his athleticism will create advantages that will collapse defenses. Grade A. Justin Edwards. This might be a case where all that matters is making your three-pointers. After an encouraging rookie season, it could have been expected that Edwards would only play in a game or two this summer, showing himself too good to be there. That didn't exactly happen. He was all over the place trying to create for himself, shooting 36.6% from the field and averaging 3.3 turnovers a game this summer. Edwards showed last season how good he is as a role player complementing stars. Summer League isn't exactly a good environment to show that off, but Edwards still struggled in ways he didn't a year ago. On a team that struggled to hit outside shots even on a summer standard, Edwards did stand out as someone who could hit them. A couple hot performances from deep rounded him up to 40.65% from beyond the arc. The Sixers hope that's the only stat of his that translates from this summer. Grade D+. Adem Bona. This was a much more reassuring performance from a second-year player. Bona kicked things off well by bullying Kyle Filipowski to an 18-point and 8-rebound performance, and he closed his summer with a 6-block performance against the Wizards. Like Edwards, he did struggle a bit with the lack of structure on the team. He averaged 2.6 turnovers, though most of that boiled down to having the ball in situations he definitely shouldn't. Bona received a lot of praise for his vocal leadership, and with the quiet crowds, that was very evident on every broadcast. Even as a second-year player in Summer League, he plays with so much energy it shows itself in every aspect of his game, and makes for an enjoyable watch. Grade B+. Johni Broome. A big sticking point for Broome's ability to become a rotation player in the NBA was his ability to develop a three-point shot. He came into the summer firing away, and the success was there. Broome averaged 5.1 three-point attempts and made 38.9% of them this summer. That will certainly play at a higher level if it translates. He was able to show off some of his other strengths that made him one of the best college players in the country. He's good at understanding positioning, which has made him a solid rebounder and defender. His offensive game inside the arc, though, was less impressive. The flashes of his passing chops were few and far between, and his lack of athleticism was very apparent, even in this setting. Grade B. Hunter Sallis. Currently on a two-way contract, Sallis didn't exactly make any teams regret letting him go undrafted. What few positives he was able to create off the dribble were often outshone by the negatives. He averaged just 1.7 assists compared to the 1.8 turnovers per game coming into the final game of the summer. His shot has always been a weird area of his game, and before the final game he was shooting just 27.3% from the field, having only made one three-pointer. Grade D. Judah Mintz. Sallis' prospects of remaining on that two-way don't look great. Perhaps it was just familiarity in the system, but after playing for the Sixers in last year's Summer League, then the season with the Delaware Bluecoats, Mintz hit the ground running this summer. Coming into the final contest, he was averaging 15.4 points per game with 3.6 assists, shooting 48.5% from the field while going just 25% from three-point range. Mintz has impressed as a bucket-getter in every opportunity he's gotten. Summer League performances don't mean everything, but he's certainly made the case for that last two-way spot, especially given the fact that despite his experience, he's actually still a couple of months younger than Sallis. Grade B+. That'll do it, for now, for our game coverage. We'll see you back here in October for the preseason.